bursting solar energy coming from our sun. Um, that's rather interesting. So we'll try to continue here on and see if they'll allow the continual shadow banning of this channel and the continual suppression on the reality of the truth. So, but we keep exposing it, the evidence myself, I guess, at this point. So, anyways, thank you, Father, for this. We'll try to get this one rolling again. Looks like we're going to run into the same hurdle, and we'll just have to leap over those as we come, since we do it live. From the hip. That's where we from the hip, dip. Okay, anyway, so all right, get some sunshine coming a little bit here, out here in the high desert, and we're doing a stream to show that the obviously the on the U.S. debt clock got some better images. So obviously, this is an evidentiary stream against this organization right here, the federal government. So I'm going to try to, probably why I'm getting suppressed now, because this is the evidence that I need now. But again, in the super cycle, this golden age, crowned over the top. So was doing one before, we couldn't get the whole, I don't know, just kept getting interrupted, so into the stream. But anyways, got some imagery here, and that's 923 of 923 executive orders. The action. Yeah, I apologize. Yep, they don't want you to know this, but obviously this is the evidence. They know. They're going to put you in these. Do I need to say anything? Do I need to say anything? I'm going to put you in that over 923. Are there? Look at that. What do you know? Just one. Only one. So, thanks for coming in, Carl. Got to do this. Got to put against case, whatever stream I can put up against this now. I mean, this is it can be in more your face. Couldn't make. Okay, yeah, I just don't. It's okay. It's all the work of this ministry. Once again, do not think I came to bring peace, sword of division, the one with the sword, the scepter. The scepter shall not depart from Judah till Shiloh returns. This he's dividing the wheat and the tares. He will stand in the way. And I know now that I am in it, but not of it, and set apart from this whole thing. He will show me, but I've showed you to the 3 days of darkness, this whole 7 Salems, held, hosted, all this black hole sun. This is all your Walmart smiley camp. And there's nowhere I just do believe that the big golden dome over this first, millimeter wave dome, Tesla tech, this is all everything that this channel has been screaming, the electrogravitics, anti-gravitics, and magnetics. This is magnetics right here. Whether you understand, that's how this all works. The Sun dome. Again, I have the same imagery. Again, I already showed you this right here, what this represents. This is the reflection off the top of the dome. This is your sun dog. Sun dog. I'm not gonna get it wrong. Alpha and Omega. I am the Aleph, the leader of the Ox. I am the Omega. So it's okay. 3 days of darkness. The sun went the wrong way. They're the Masons. There's no way that eclipse path went through 7 Salems, and they didn't do this. They wrote this nation to be negated and canceled at a certain period of time. Time marker. It's all written in the firmament. The second coming, 923 executive orders of the Walmart camps, work camps, 923 under the Obama administration. 44. 4 plus 4 is 8. His buddy is Looper, behind buddy. As is above, so is below, the little horn. But that's this celestial star right here showing you a sign, and that's what they're showing you right there. I think I'm going to go try to go back and have some action. Go ahead and bring some action and see if another tattoo artist can go ahead and blow some white back in that. My skin doesn't like that. Put some action on that day, though. Thank you, Father, for that Revelation 12 sign. Right there, that same celestial sign of the king, the one who holds the scepter, the crown, the one who has the key to the abyss. 923 executive orders. Executive Order 11004 allows the Emergency Management Agency, who's actually, if you'd paid attention to the Truth Bible television channel, I would told you back then, over a decade ago, that when this order is passed, Congress can't go back and, the seated pretended mass murder in chief, whether it's a red lolly Crip or blood Republican or a Democrat, it doesn't matter, the donkey or the elephant, it's still the mass murder in chief, and it's still a two-party, which this was a constitutional republic. It's not serfdom, merchant law. It's not a corporation, but it is now. And that's where this all is headed, with this digital corporation, to this blockchain system to unleash this like your Monster Energy drink, where this is all done on this ministry through this platform, TikTok. Other, work has been done outside. I've made this very clear. What they're telling you, what's going on here, is written in the firmament above your head. It declared him the high priest of the church, and now it has declared the coming of the second Christ in the celestial firmament. 2 times he declared that. First in the stars, he came in flesh first. Father is not flesh. Father is light. He is horizo, the divider, the separator of that dark and light. The existence of your body with flesh and without flesh, you're still in existence, whether you understand that. I don't care what you think, because think is not the word believe. Believe is not a thought in your head. Believe is a verb. It's an action word. So most people think something, but they don't even have any basic phonics, any basic grammar, punctuation. I don't know if they just didn't listen in school. And I didn't listen in school, but I learned a lot after I got out of school. I didn't stop studying for decades. So over a decade ago, I warn you, under the Obama administration, that he was passing these illegal, unconstitutional 923 executive orders. Actually went over all a large amount of whoever put out the largest amount of executive orders, and nobody had anybody come close to 923. That 923 doesn't mean anything to anybody, but it means everything to me, because 23 is a very powerful number standalone. But it's this 9 September 2017, when John was given that revelation, that apocalypse at the island of Patmos. Everybody thought John was crazy. I know some people think I'm nuts, but I don't care. They thought Noah was nuts. And CIA conspiracy theory is a CIA dialect. That's their term. They made that to take you to stop looking at the, Cry Wolf 2000, it's the end of the world, Y2K. I was telling everybody you're idiots back then. The computer doesn't turn to zeros. You think it's the end of the world, you're an idiot. That's not how it's written. You're making up your own version. A computer doesn't learn, and just because it doesn't, well, back then people weren't even thinking a computer could learn. People had never thought a computer's alive back then, would they? No. But anyways, here we are today, same computers, but they're alive now. No, they're not. They're a math. Quantum computing, quantum physics. You have any idea? Are you mathematically inclined at all? I decline to comment on your celestial calculator, let alone your spiritual calculator. And I don't think by adding up, hados, that means to equate in the same narrow way. Hados. Speak any other language? I speak math, but I speak a lot of other languages too. They speak in different languages, not just in numbers. Super Bowl, what, XI? Come on, you could A, alpha, 1, beginning, 1, omega. Z is not the last letter added to the alphabet in English. You might want to grow up in your dialectus, your glossa, it's alien, isn't it to you? Alien, that means foreign. That's from somewhere in the sky. An alien has never been and ever will be in the sky. Space is not in the sky. Let's get the fuck out of my space then. Apologize for cursing, but I just can't stand this dialect that these people have. That's a U. To pluck, they used to cut their middle finger off the bird, flipping the bird. That's a yew tree was a yew bow with a tree, and they made a bow out of the yew tree, and they would pluck the yew bow. They would cut their middle finger off to mock them that they could not fight. It's a war thing. But everybody, you just curse. You screw up getting stung by the spelling bee and spelling curses in cursive, and now they don't even write in cursive. So interesting, isn't it? They got people programmed, remember? Oh, wait. It's all touchscreen now, huh? Reach out and touch you like the poker. Uh-huh. To get that greatest jab and warp speed ever, Mr. created it in $2.2 trillion in less time than it took the revelation sign to come to pass. This took 7 years to create this. You know what the number 7 is? Let's do this by the number since there's 7 of you in here. It took 7 years. This went through 7 Salams, 7 Jerusalems. Thank you, Father. 7 years to create the Aleph symbol. The Aleph negates, like the word abyss is the word which you know is hell. That didn't exist in Scripture. It's the word A-B-Y-S-S. Bis is the word knowledge. Hell is the place. It's not a place. It's not a space. It's no knowledge by definition. No bis, no bosos, no bathos. No bis, abyss. A negates. A negates. So what do you think this symbol is telling you? I think it's trying to tell you that the cancellation of the corporation, yes, the C, the corporation. Oh, stop doing that. That's that term. But see the corporation? See the C corporation America right here? The corporation, the king of the corporation is Mr. Don, the king, with his gold dawn age. They don't like when I decode this for you, but this is the age of wonders where they'll perform wonders in the sky above your head. Look, above your head. Oh my goodness, you better get in the dome. We'll save you from aliens. Foreign dialect. Nephilim means bully, you idiot. Grow up, child. There's no such thing as a fallen angel is not a son of God. You're a child. You're going to fall for this, oh my, Mount of Olives, their double ring, or their, yeah, it is. It's an 8, like the O sign, like as is above, so is below, that time twisted, warp speed, get it? No, you don't have eyes to see. I know. No biblical eyes, no celestial eyes, and we know now that they know. So this is a federal discovery suppression of evidence stream against the federal government while I'm filing suit against the state of Oregon, the local county sheriff's office, and now have witnessed, thank you, Father, to these people have been robbing and copying and putting this on the deck calculator. Everything that I have tattooed, everything that I've been telling you, 7 Salems and come out on the 33rd parallel. 7 Christ was 33, 33rd degree Mason, fake cornerstones, fake Masons. He's the snare that lifts us out of here, not the word rapture. The harpose of the calling up of the elect is going to happen at the final trump, brothers, sisters. Imagine that. And the pretendant of the corporation is Abba Donald John himself, the man with the stolen Tesla technology that J.P. Morgan, the banksters, gave. Yep, and when they had, remember when Mr. Tesla, did he get whacked? I don't know, maybe it was those pigeons. Something about those wings that he was talking about that they didn't like. They put you on their grid system in America, boys. American grid. Yeah, on their G-Whiz. Oh boy, on the 5G Whiz. Here we go around in circles. Way to fly high like a bird up in the sky. Thank you, Father, for discernment. Are you enjoying the decode of the work that I've been doing on this channel for, 10 years? This platform under Silver's Light Gold, Truth Viral Television, America Ever After. We're here. We made it. America Ever After. We made it. We are in the age of the golden age of wonders, where I told you that the biggest problem on this rock is this weakened magnetosphere. Look at that. Which is allows this solar radiation to come in and penetrate this magnetosphere. Oh, gee. Magnetosphere. And it's weakened by 40. Look, it should go all the way around, you guys. Come on. Why are they trying to tell you what I've been telling you on this channel? Oh, look at it. It doesn't. Oh, it stops in about 40% of it. It's gone. Oh, I wonder how I figured that out. Come on, Maverick. Not a Maverick. How about Maverick Star? Gene. Not Eugene. This started in Salem, not Eugene. 7 Salems. It went across diagonally, and I am the only man that has the great red dragon. Great red dragon eclipse on my arm to show you the sun doesn't go diagonal. That's blasphemy. The stars can be corrupted. In this case, the sun going from west to east is the wrong way. The sun going from oh, look at that. The sun going from west to east is going the wrong way. And the sun going from west to east is going the wrong way. But everybody's okay with that. Everybody just stand by in their age of wonders and wonder what the hell I'm talking about. But hey, I'm celestially Magi bis, not abyss. So Aleth negates, cancels, unleashes the beast system of the corporation under the digital corporation, XXX marks the spot, triple X rated. Oh, what do you know? Like pornea, like idolatry. Oh, look, they stood on the X again. In Rapture, Indiana. How many people went to Rapture, Indiana and were so disappointed? There's no word written. Devil, that's not written in scripture. God, what is God? G-O-D? There was no vowels. You put it in the new year. Right here. Jesus, Moloch, the sun, right? That's not that. Oh, yeah, the sun god that's birthed in the middle of the winter, Jesus. Now, whatever. Grow up, child. You're going to tell me it's 2025 too, aren't you? You're a lunatic. You go after a tree goddess, the son of the tree god, Moloch. Esau killed Moloch. They ate their kids. Eat your kids. Throw your kids in the fire. Throw the baby. You throw the Yule. This is the Yule wheel, by the way. If you don't know what the bis you're talking about and have any bis, this been around for many millennia, if you will. There's no such thing as 1,000, and there's no such thing as the number 0. Shut up, child. Till you can speak some kind of understanding and not be this perverted equinox Jesus, this pole god, north and south, pray to the Saturn, because you think the sun is dying because you can slow it down because it's got the slowest. Oh, remember? Are we spinning on a ball? Are you in the ball camp spinning? They thought there was a goddess of having spinning this Big Dipper around the North Star. They didn't understand how there's a pole star, not like North Pole, ho-ho, candy cane, lick the frickin' sugar stick. I got the magic stick. Yeah, whatever. You better think about that. It's called polarity. We don't have poles. It's a magnetic excursion. You're an idiot. Oh, idiot is offensive, isn't it? No, it just shows you don't have any knowledge. So remember, magnetism. It's electric. Oh, like positive and negative. Quantum physics pushing. That's a whole nother level, isn't it? That's simplicity. You know algebra? Basic quantum. Well, how about math? If you give something from here, you've got to give something, and then you got to take it back from over here to equate. That is algebra. Simple. You can check your math using addition and subtraction. You know that. Check your math. Show your work. Hallelujah. So we're showing our work against the federal government that they are a bunch of immature assholes who work for the CIA. Yeah, look at that. Central Intelligence of Alit. There's no such thing as AI. I rebuke that. You're an armed antichrist idiot, or an Apple idiot, or an Android idiot. Computers don't learn. Grow up. They've given the computer rights already, so you have to do this. You can't stand there in Ephesians. It says, do not partake in unfruitful works of darkness. Shine the light on them. So Father has already done it through here. Look at this light of division. He will divide this corporation, this federal corporation, and turn it into a digital dragon. Yes. It's the golden age of the dragon. Yeah. And the bull, Bell, it's the age of clay, you idiots. He's telling you that by telling you golden age. Remember, they wouldn't worship the golden calf. Daniel, he deciphered the kings. This is clay, not golden. We've already passed that. Are you that childish? 7 years to take this 7 Salems starting in Jerusalem, Oregon, and going through 7 Salems, coming out of the 33rd parallel. Then starting in Oregon, again, Oregon, the oldest place in the Northern Hemisphere. You know that? This place right here? Right here is the oldest place in all of the Northern Hemisphere where the toilet bowl goes one direction in the Southern Hemisphere. Like you're on a ball. Okay, if you're not in that camp, band camp, planet Earth, planet is not in Scripture. That's not scripturally ever. There's no planet. There's no Lucifer. There's no devil. God is a title. I'm a veteran, so I would understand title, rank, like lieutenant. It was Lieutenant Beefheart that was in here earlier. Should have turned that dude into beef jerky, but that's all right. We didn't. We just showed him to the narrow way. So that's all I'm doing here. Continue to teach this so you can understand what it is that's written here right in front of your face is everything that this channel has been screaming for 3+ years on this channel alone, Predestined for Light, the TikTok channel over there on the Dragon. The Dragon. Yep, the Dragon did Maui Blast and took the 1,200 children to the Dragon. Yes, they did. And they did the San Francisco, remember, march to the town, China, where Ping, G, and there was only, a couple red, white, and blue, couple of them lollipop rainbow, take Jack's, button, sew it on Jill, take Jill's pocket, sew it on Jack, and the rest of them were red and yellow all the way. What happened to all those people? Nobody cares still to this day. Where did all the people of San Francisco go? Nobody gives 2 licks of nothing. They don't care. Your backside just squatting a bunch of deuce, taking a deuce. Nobody cares about those people. Why? Why would all those people just go into the night quietly? I still to this day don't know anybody that talks about the people of the Chinatown, cleanup crew like their China, Olympic Games where they swept their street sweepers. And imagine how many RVs. Remember those streets were covered in shit and fentanyl. You remember, China created this? No, I think Mr. Trump is the one, who managed all that coming in here with his border crisis. Instead of building the greatest wall ever, which could have been ruined with one staircase, you got the greatest jab. King of the jab. Remember, Mr. Warp Speed. So never let these people off the hook. No, don't do that. Why would you do that? Then you're sitting down your cross and you're not standing up. You're not a disciple of Christ. You're not Christ-like if you're not standing up against this corporation. Exposing. They just sent $9 billion to Israel. It is an Army veteran, DD 214, honorable discharge. I haven't done serving this. No, don't matter. I serve Father. I'm a soldier of God. And if I die here on the battlefield, I hope and he will bless me and reincarnate me as a soldier so I live to fight again. Hey, Stack. All right. Anyways, are you a Stack? Hey, are you a straw man, a part of this corporation? Are you a civilian? Are you a corp? Are you a statute? Are you a dead? I think so. 98.5% of the cases in this country under your Sixth Amendment, if they're going to try you, has to be under Title 18. Just take it deep. Don't question how their charges, why it's in capital letters, and capital letters is for a corporation. Title 18 has to be adjudicated through the House, Congress, and Senate like the original statutes were, not some revised statute. That's for a corporation. Criminal code and criminal statute are two different things. The difference between legal and lawful. They'll attack a man who uses his First Amendment rights, and they came in here with this bad man Orange's red flag gun law, and I've warned you on this channel for how long? And they did it to me, so you don't think they'll do it to you and put you in a work camp? They already did it during World War II. If your parents were born. I heard somebody saying that the other day. Something about this stupid chump crap with this deporting everybody out of this country that they brought into this country, and it just everybody come in here for how many decades? This is bullshit. Imagine being one of these people who tried to come here not for nefarious purposes, but to try to find a better way with the most valuable dollar, where your country was crushed by our 1,000+ military bases in 180 countries, with the 7 countries that we were going to dominate. And it's kind of ironic. They all speak Arabic any case anyways, but Iran being the last on the list. And here we are, right on this whole, they're making this, weapons grade, and here they're going to limit a man's right to bear arms. What part of shall not be infringed do you not understand in this country? And I never called for violence, and I said I would protect my home. I have that under Title 18. I still have affirmative defense, the right to protect myself under self-defense. That's affirmative defense, which is justification defense, and excuse defense, which is the defense in any case criminal. Remember, Sixth Amendment, Title 18, that it has to be in an Article 3 court, which this is not. This is in some fourth territorial, but we'll go ahead and play their stupid little lollipop, bullshit fake judge Vandenberg and fake 400 fake judges are not operating in a judicial capacity, operating in an administrative, either first or fourth territorial administrative court. There's only one judicial court in all of this corporation divided states of America. Remember, all this is given over to the Washington District of Criminals. I mean, DC, Columbia. Remember all this, not like Columbia down south where I'm going to the equal door, because I'm going to push on this federal government to sue the fuck out of them and figure out a way to redistribute the funds to the people who need it most in this country, not these fucking corporations that made record earnings in 2020. Oh, no, you got to go inside, stand on the X, shut your small business down. 2 to 3 million small businesses like, the ones out here in Lake County, Oregon, had to shutter their doors, like Kathy at the farmhouse, who I stood against this elected sheriff's office and told him, bring your fucking SWAT team out here, you fucking pig. Stop. I didn't call him a pig at the time, but I said, remember the Bundy standoff? Don't you remember? Not the wildlife refuge with the Hammonds, but the Bundys. This is all about minerals, whether you understand or not. But anyways, these gold miners, cattle ranchers, they were held up by the federal government under some rights. Oh, see, it's about property rights. No, it's about mineral rights, you idiots. But let's go back to these cow farmers who the federal government was told to get the fuck out of here by the elected sheriff, because he actually holds in more authority as an elected official, just as so is the Donald Trump. And he can't seat and make unconstitutional laws that are not adjudicated through a House, Congress, and Senate. So an executive order is repugnant to the Constitution, and if you follow that, you're an idiot. Father will judge you according to if you go by a corporate law, you're going to be judged as a corporation. Judge that shall be judged. You will be condemned under this fake bullshit here, and Father will cover you through Shiloh, who he sent his son to say, yes, they didn't go by the word. He didn't eat wheat, or he ate wheat on the Sabbath. Remember, you weren't allowed. All these things that Christ stood against was the halakha, which is this modern day corporation taxation beast system, or Haggadah, which is still a perversion of the law with their big boy clubs where they get all the fucking taxes and we get crushed as it's basic communism, the have and the have-nots. The only difference between socialism, the biggest socialist, you were worried about Bernie Sanders redistributing your wealth. Look at fucking Trump. He came in and spent more buddy than his berry buddy behind. Two cheeks to the same hole, two wings to the same dragon. Whether it's lollipop or Democrat or Bloodbookend, it's still the same mass murder in chief. Two wings to the same dragon, two cheeks to the same hole. All the other 43 presidents combined in the historical record of this divided corporation, which used to be a constitutional republic, now your labor is sold on the stock exchange as a bond or a treasury, and that's what they extort when you go to jail, is that bond number, that merchant number. You are paying for your own enslavement, and they send the rest to Ukraine. $350+ billion that into the meat grinder to grind up women and men over there. Yeah, they're trying to inscript 18-year-old. They don't even have enough meat pools. They're putting drones, men to replace with, we got NATO over there now, right? The U.S. is the one funding this. I hope you understand. The blood is on your hands. You paid to fund those Ukrainian deaths and Russian deaths, and women and children lost their life in this same thing, like Operation Iraqi Freedom, Desert Storm, Desert Shield, all this bullshit. When I served this beast, military industrial American, Eisenhower called it the military industrial. Remember, Roger Waters called it the war machine. It is the American military industrial war machine complex that has 1,000+ military bases in all 180 countries. And people in America don't give a fuck because they're the good guy. And outside of these borders, if you've used an atomic bomb not once but twice, I bet you that'll make people shut the fuck up for a long time. Now, Putin's been awful patient, but he's part of this Gog Magog. You just don't understand these. Why do you think Trump's fronting and taking over Canada? You think the people of Canada want taken over? No, they don't. I'd have many subscribers and followers from Canada that came from the TikTok. They don't want to be a part of it. They don't want to be the 51st state. But Canada loves America, and they want to be no, they don't. No, they don't. This shit is bullshit. That's called imperialism. See, there's a difference between fascism, socialism. You know the difference between socialism and communism? Well, let's get back to socialism. Okay, we're going to take Obama spent $10 trillion. That's socialism, and redistributed the wealth to the banksters. Remember, Bear Stearns, Lehman Brothers collapse. They, instead of letting the system collapse, they saved too big to fail. Are you that childish? Quantitative easing one. See, people want, he's talking about math. They run away. They don't understand any of this. There's no one world currency, one world religion, one world order. Shut up. You're a child. You push that earthly nonsense that these masters, your rulers that you serve, your crack corn and corn syrup gods, your sugar gods, your holidays, remember, Satan's son, Tammuz had sex with his mom, loved rabbits, Easter, all that Ishtar, the star goddess. This is all perversion of this old Satanism, the deadly head wound that was healed, and all these people celebrate this same bull bell bullshit today, Ishtar worship, and say it's okay. So I don't want to hear it. We're not supposed to celebrate anything. The bride of Christ doesn't celebrate. You want to know what a son of God is? Somebody doesn't celebrate anything. And somebody goes out and tells people we are not to do these things and stands against this corporation. That's what a son of God is. Are you telling me it's okay to send money to Ukraine as a veteran like myself who defended the right of the people inside these borders, and I can't even get legal counsel because I use my First Amendment right to stand up who I'm supposed to have the right to redress grievances using my First Amendment. Congress gave me that right. Actually, it's a natural, organic right of the land. It's always been here, the freedom to use, not free will, but the right to speak up. You can't incite, violence. You'll fire in a theater, but you can say, hey, I'm going to protect myself if you come on my property using my Title 18 right of self-defense under the Fourth Amendment. Title 18 is part of the Fourth Amendment, whether you understand or not. Title 18 is if they're going to charge you, these are the charges under Title 18. It has to be that right to trial is under your Sixth Amendment. Do you know any of your right? Congress shall establish no law prohibiting the exercise of free speech. That's your First Amendment right. Of the press, citizen journalists, if you're going to go there, I'm not a citizen, but I have the right to record these, audit these public tyrants in the capacity of their public community service. While serving the public, they have no expectation of privacy. Neither do you. They got to create their own privacy. If they have your public information on display, they need to create that privacy. They ain't got a fence around their police station in the back. These stupid signs says you can't. They have to create privacy. No right to expectation to public privacy. If you're a public servant, you don't ever. How the fuck are we going to know these people are fucking up? Because everybody's a bootlicker. Everybody's no wants to stick up. If there's a man, I'm not advocating your Second Amendment. First ballots, then bullets. Okay, well regulated, heavily armed militia to redress grievances. First ballots, then overthrow them under your Declaration of Independence. It's not only the right of the people, it's the duty. And there ain't nobody in a bunch of shit, is what I see. A bunch of weak-ass men in America who stand up for nobody's rights. So the Constitution, especially the Second Amendment for women, because a man can take his phallic and penetrate. I know I'm an Army veteran. Okay, I worked with the first female sniper in the United States, Sergeant Beanick. She was a hardcore woman. But anyways, look, that was here in Alaska, okay, that wasn't in war. She didn't serve in a war capacity during that time. So, I don't think so. Women, and she chose to sign up. Now they will draft our women in America. I don't know any males in America that give a shit. Like Ukraine, where they shredded a whole Ukrainian generation with the U.S. tax dollar funded by your labor merchant number. You paid for it, U.S. You pay taxes, you fill out a W-2, you got blood on your hands. There you go. Welcome to being a veteran. Yeah, feel good? You like that? Shredding women and children, too. A Ukrainian and Russian involved. Casualties of war. You know what that is? Do you know how many women and children during Desert Storm, Desert Shield in Iraq, Operation Iraqi Freedom, how many women and children lost their life? It says like something 2 to 3 million women and children, not fighting age men. The best of the best, normally 18 to 30 like we do here in this corporation. Would you send your children out to fight some foreign war for some banksters over oil? Because this has all been over oil. It just ain't over that bullshit. Donald John Trump dropped 3 steel buildings with airplanes, 2 airplanes, and Building 7 was CIA headquarters. Tower 1 and 2 were built in 1973 to be dropped, negated. You couldn't just drop those. There's never been a fire in a single. I was born in the city of messengers, angels, born on the hill. As a messenger, if you like it or not, or whether an angel. I tell people I'm an angel, they freak out on me. You know, angels don't have wings, little wings, by the way. The word angel, it means messenger. But I was born on a hill in the valley. And I walk in the valley, no, in the shadow of the valley of death. And was born to birth this, right? Comes out of my mouth like a boat, right? I'm the vessel. He's the commander. I'm a military veteran. This might not make any sense to you, but it does to me. He's the one who steers the ship. I'm just the vessel. You think you're steering the ship, you're an idolater. You're a demon. You're lying to yourself and you're lying to others. This was already all written. No such thing as free will. So again, it's not only the duty or the right of the people. Men don't kill women and children like veterans like myself, others in all these wars. Drafting, remember, that was that was Vietnam. Remember, those were adversaries over there. What do they call them? Do I have that right? World War II? They called them. Yeah, now we get the same shit going on here over there in Iraq. And, that's Ukraine, where we got private contractors over there, boots on the ground. But since, just like during the Trump administration, since they're not Army enlisted under the Uniform Code of Military Justice, Navy, Air Force, we have private contractors like myself, prior veterans, that'll go fight these corporate wars so we can say we're not involved in operations in war. When we are, we're using our, tax dollar, U.S. funded tax. There's no such thing as government funded. There's only taxpayer funded. And that's sickening. but they fund these black ops operations. Kyle, remember Kyle? Benghazi, never forget Hillary Clinton. That woman needs put in prison. Remember, Donald Trump said he was going to put her in prison. He campaigned his whole 4 + 5 is 9, 4 + 7 is 11. Mr. President 9/11, the president for dropping 3 steel buildings with 2 airplanes. That don't add up. 2 airplanes. Interesting. More sky daddy worship, isn't it? Yeah, airplanes. I want to be wise as a serpent and gentle as a dove. Not you knew I was a snake before you let me in. So this should be easy to see. Mr. Oil. Who do you think paid for the party, the Diddy bath? Oil. Baby oil. Baby? Like throw a ewe lamb on the fire? Yule log on the fire? That's mocking Christ, by the way. That's who he has his house decorated with. Donald Trump's God is this God right here, so you know. But people don't want to point it out, but I will. His house is decorated with it. You look for your own eyeball sockets and tell me what your brain skull tells you. We have a hearing ear, or will it fall on your deaf eyes or blind eyes? You see what I'm saying? You hear what I'm contemplating? You want to get inside me? That's what they do. They want to get inside you. That's why they interlace you. Father is inside you. Christ is inside you. He's not above your head, but they sure love this sky daddy worship, don't they? They got the whole world thinking that God is in the sky. Heaven's above your head. That's not true. It's a closed loop system. Water's above, water's below. Firmament is not, notice constant is constellations. They don't change. If we were spinning and corkscrewing on a ball, why did they fly over a planet and never take any compensation for curvature? I'm a prior reconstructionist. You know what tangent offset is? Not going to fool me. Oops. Yeah, they don't equate for curvature. You just striation. You're just slipping and sliding away, aren't you? You're catching speed and you're going to go off course. You're going to crash. That's why I let him steer the ship. He's my commander. 2 John 6, to walk and follow in the commandments of the Father. That's to love God. And he tells us if we love him, we'll stand up like his son to this corporation. Follow after me, he said in the book of Matthew. Carry your cross daily. Deny yourself, self-idolatry. So, who shall ever come after me? Let them deny themselves daily, take up your cross daily, and follow after me. In the book of Luke, he said the disciples of Christ will take up their cross and follow him. In the book of Romans, through his apostle Paul, he said he foreknew, prognosko, had foreknowledge of the ones he already chose before he ever sent, before salvation, before redemption. Yeah, before any of that, he already knew who he was going to choose and whose names will be written in that book of life. So think about that. That's the word prognosko. He already foreknew who the ones he predestined. There's a difference between destiny and fate. Anchored in faith, not fate. Fate that is by law under this bullshit. Is your fate sealed? Father chose the bride, and their names will be called out. They are destined, the ones he chose from the foundation, prognosko of the world. He said, I also did foreknow who the ones I did predestine. That means divided. Imprisoned in this flesh meat suit, and he'll pull you without from above. You must be born from above, not again, daily, every day, Jesus, everyday cross, everyday Sabbath, everyday Shiloh, everyday gospel, everyday Most High, everyday I am, everyday cross, everyday crucifixion, everyday suffering, everyday thalipsis, every narrow is the way, every day that leads you have to endure to the end to be sozo saved, salvation. See, it's a walk. Repentance, you can't get forgiven until you've been rebuked by Father and stop doing the things that are displeasing to him. Unrighteous, upright, and then you walk in repentance. Yeah, it's a long walk. Everybody's walk's a little different. Like baptism, can't be dipped in water. Let it be completely overcome. That takes a process. Like a pickle doesn't become a pickle unless you hold it down and brine it. It starts as a cucumber, but it doesn't change overnight. You can get dipped in brine every day. Pull it out. It's not a pickle until you hold it down underneath there like the water. To be baptized, you'd have to be drowned to be baptized in water. So that's not a baptism. See, this is halakha haggadah. This is perversion of the original testament, old and new. You've changed it. You've added. You don't know what halakha is. You don't know what haggadah is. You've changed and made your own Jesus, personal Android, Apple. Now they got the Apple jab, mRNA. They're going to cure all your cancer. The government loves you in 48 hours. It was 8 months to create the warp speed jab. Now they're going to create the Apple jab. They already took the $500 billion. Remember socialism? Yeah, take it. and give it to the corporation. Now, where did that 500? That's going to go to Elon Musk, stinky muskrat, and his Starlink satellite. It's going to warp speed you into not warp speed. That was 8 months. This is 48 hours, like a movie, like Mel Gibson, huh? Who else was in that movie? 48 hours. I don't remember that movie, but hey, the government loves you. Mente, government is to mental, let your mind, and govern is to control. He's the divider and controls the bride's hearts. If I didn't call out to their hearts to seek after me, not one of them would. Where there are 2 or 3 gathered in my Shem, there I will be in their midst. You must be born from above, not of flesh, not again, but from above daily. In prison, predestination, divided from the light, dark, imprisoned in meat suit. I pull, if I didn't call out to their meat heart suits, their meat heart to seek after me, not one of them would. You're not going to the light. He is pulling you through this horizo, the divide. Like the Rubicon. So there you go. Remember Leviticum, Lavoy Finicum? They called a SWAT team, basically the state police, and they whacked that old man, didn't they? Came to do the same thing in me. And remember, I do recall that evidence will show under a FOIA request. I don't have to if I have counsel, but he ain't called me. Hey, Stater Pig, I'm not talking to you, Stater Pig. I'm talking to your leader pigs in that camera. Listen here, leader pigs. I'm not Lavoy Finicum. So there we go. Everything going on in this world today is a sign of what is to come. I can only ask those who read Revelation, the last chapter in the Bible. Okay, well, can you define Revelation? And what is the word Bible? So, but anyways, I am and minister, pastor, Revelation. I am Apocalypse. Arrested in Lake County under that exact, jot, yod, tittle, under those letters in that order. Cosmos is an orderly arrangement of Apollyon? No, Apocalypse, you silly goose. This is it. Revelation, the last book. Living, are you a living testament? He was the testor of that will. It's a test of your faith, remember? By faith, we are saved. Sozo? Oh, I hear my puppies. I think it's time for me to get something to eat in my pie face hole. Outstanding. All right, anyways, I've made me some mountain. Mount is a horn or a trump. Trump or a ram's horn, a shofar. David declared him the lamb, which makes him the ram. Can you speak celestially? Have celestial bis? Understandings? Scriptural bis? Biblical bis? Are you lack bis? My people shall perish for lack of bis. I'll throw them in the abyss. Do you define? Oh, man. That's good. I got the chicken and mashed potatoes. This has 44 grams of protein. What? What are you guys barking at? Mountain House, baby, for breakfast. Mountain House for breakfast. Mountain House. I'm doing it live. We're doing it live. Good boys. Good boys. All right. It snowed out here in the high desert. over there dusting it off. So, all right. So, anyways, I put about a quarter stick of butter, 1 round of some Himalayan pink salt because I gotta get my iodine on, and I put a bunch of chives. See, it's got little green chives in it. This is the Mountain House Meals. These are off the chain. Out of Albany, Oregon. It's so much chicken. There's probably more chicken than there is mashed potatoes. That's awesome. That's why it has so much protein in it. So, you have to pardon me for talking with my mouth full. You know what? I have to doctor them up, but this is really good. Obviously, those chives and that butter are making those potatoes pop. Mmm. Mmm. It's probably 38 degrees here right now. The sun's shining, so it's trying to come up. The temperature. The sun is starting, yeah. The solar panels are getting filled back up. Oh, the solar battery. Mm-hmm. So this is my first meal of the day here. Mm-mm-mm. Let's get all that stuff off the bottom. You got to stir this one real good. Make sure you stir this. There's some meals I can't find anymore. Like, I think I ate my last turkey and stuffing. I thought I had more, but I got chicken noodle casserole. Look how much chicken is in that? It's almost all chicken. Big pieces of white meat, nice, not sponge. Chicken look like nothing but lift weights. That was a Bob lyric. I forget what album that's off of. But anyways, I keep producing more discovery against the federal government and against Lake County, Oregon, and against the state police for illegally swatting my house. I learned how to eat with a beard and a mustache. So don't chew, don't eat your mustache. But I'm very concerned. Like right now, my son is down in Josephine County. That's where he was seen in Grants Pass. Now, Grants Pass is all flooding out. My son is supposedly at Marshall's house. Marshall Ratasnitch or Ratanitch or whatever, Ratabitch is whatever he is. Fuck my dog up. So that's all right. Father will do the condemning. But pretty shitty thing to do to somebody you call your friend. So, I wasn't wrong. Like right now, the last thing to happen in this case is insane. Over the top, unfucking believable. The last thing to happen in this case is mind fucking numbing. The last thing to happen in the case. So, it just, hopefully it gives, like I said, this what gives me the concern of last week over the weekend. Now it's the Monday, and I called this attorney and his mailbox is full. So I told him last time I was concerned for his safety. So we together had spoken about going and telling Paul, the district attorney in Lake County, Oregon, the new, not Ted Martin. Speaking to dogs, we won't go there this time, but tell him to drop these charges immediately because this is a lawsuit. You can't flash, concussion, bang, grenade somebody in the face. That is not meant to be thrown in the direction at somebody and hit them. That is like a tear gas or smoke gas, canister is meant to be thrown or grenade into a room to fill the room with smoke or concuss. So this is not legal. This is a lawsuit. And now after this physical evidence that I have against the federal government that they have taken all the work of this ministry, prior channels, the last, dozen years that I've been on this platform, and are either mocking this channel or they where they made their mistake is by putting their fucking logo, putting their fingerprint on it. So this is where I now am not until, and I know Father will do this, but I still have to do my flesh part and not act in my own will, and I'm not acting out of condemning them. They need held accountable. They have been aware of this case. I say it on the SWAT raid. I've called the Department of Justice. This is bullshit. These people are well aware, and all the work that I have done. There's no other man that has this Revelation 12 sign. Less than 1% of the fucking population knows about this sign. Less than 1. Speaking of, this is in the book of Revelation. Somebody says, why is this on the secret window? Why is the work of this channel on the U.S. debt calculator.org? And look at this image too. Oh, look at the eye. Look at the Pisces, Vesca Pisces, the eclipse. They're telling you something. Why is this silver too? They're giving you a hint, a clue to see into the future. So you not be aged Pisces deceived by the age of deception. Vesca Pisces. It's the same image over and over again, the all-seeing eye. So what is the work of this ministry, who I stand alone and the only one who has less than 1% of the population, but I am the only one with this Revelation 12 sign, literally tattooed, Venus, Mercury, Mars, the Virgin, the 923 executive orders, the 923, 2017. Yes, 923, September, Scepter 7, 729, 23, 2017. Why am I the only one? So I don't think this is a personal attack by this government on this ministry. Notice this too. Interesting. I didn't notice this. Here's the divide too, guys. Here it is again. Look at this. I didn't notice this last time. Every time I look at this, I get more out of this decode. Look at this divide again. Matthew 10, 34 through 39. The backbone of the ministry. Like backbone buildings in building Tower 1 and Tower 2. They had to take them out with Tesla Tech. I'm not going to let this up, brothers and sisters. This is what this ministry has been unveiling, unfolding, lifting the cover off, pulling, removing the veil, trying to show you the same over and over. The 3 days of darkness, 7 Salems, 11 Ninevehs, Ark, Texas, Rapture, Indiana, sun going the wrong way, 3 days, this diagonal eclipse, this eclipse where I said it was going to come from above, and it did. I had a live stream during this time. I live streamed this one as well, right on this channel. Told you exactly what I warned of, a water event on this side of the coast, and they had it. Hurricane Helene. Hello. This ministry has been dead on, right over the spot. Why am I the only man that's uncovered this unleashing of this beast system? XXX, that's right here. XXX, hello, right in front of your face. They put this imagery on the U.S. debt calculator. Would anybody like to take a stab at that? Everything I've been warning you, the government is very aware of this low latitude. Look at this. Is complete around the magnetosphere has been weakened by 40%. Oh, it stops and it doesn't come all the way around because the magnetosphere is weakened by 40%. And that's what that image is showing you, that they know this is their age of wonders, where in this magnetosphere, this weakening, they're going to play their golden dome, because when this happens, yes, they're going to put you in their city to protect you from aliens and a split faction of aliens. Oh my God, they came out of the sky and they're going to save you like aliens with wings. You're an idiot. Aliens, there's no such thing. Angels don't have wings. It says, should be given the wings of an angel, should we will flee to the wilderness. That was Gaza, you idiots. The wilderness, they were told to go out and to scout out in the wilderness. Philistine, and Mr. Chump is sitting there telling you that we're going to buy Gaza. Wake up. He'll send his messengers to declare, be in it, but be not of this corporation, America. Be in it, but be not of it. Be set apart. Hello. He'll send his messengers to warn you of this golden fake age, where this corporation and its smiley Walmart face will put you into a work camp, as they've already done it not once, but twice. Not once, but like on the Mount of Olives. Oh, Mount of Olives. Oh, twice with their ring. Double ring. Double the pleasure, double the gum. I hope you don't eat that crap. Aspartame. Anyways, Age of Wonders. Wonders, gee, I wonder why is all this on this Matthew 10:34-39? Do not think I came to bring peace. I came to bring a sword of division right through the whole border. Sword of division that will divide. Gee, this seems like somebody here is being mocked. I wonder who they're mocking. I think they're mocking this messenger right here, who's giving you this message of this 3 fake days where the sun has gone the wrong way. 7 Salems, 11 Nineveh. How the fuck could you make that sun? How did that actually go across 7 exact Salems? How did that actually go across 11 Nineveh? Every one of those 11 Ninevehs, hallelujah, all named during different times in history, and yet they had an eclipse that went over 7 Salems. 3 days of darkness, you idiots, just like Jonah in the belly of the whale. This is a sign of Jonah. This is like Christ was entombed in darkness for 3 days. This is Christ, the return of the bride. 923 executive orders, the birth of their new system, the Va, 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 the XXX, unleashing their beast system. The Aleph, unleash the beast from the pit, the Antichrist. He said, I am the Aleph. I am the leader. I am the Alpha. And I am the Omega. This is the work of this ministry, brothers and sisters. This crown of this golden age is right here. Father keeps making me more and more discover this age of wonders where this magnetosphere is weakened, and they're going to Sky Daddy worship you with Operation Popeye, Operation Fantasy Island. Notice it's all set apart. It's on its own island. It's not even on any other attaching. Fantasy Island, the same thing. Tattoo, boss, the plane, boss. How about American Airlines going to lift this place right out of here with the beast system? Va, 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 they're a digital beast. Unleashing the beast. The beast is the Aleph, the system of negation of the corporation, of this federal corporation. Now, they know, brothers, sisters, they're aware. This is a case against the federal government. I am now putting out a documentary discovery, right of discovery and suppression of evidence, that these people have been aware are now taking all the work of this channel and put this on the U.S. debt calculator. That might have something to do that I've been exposing you, that your treasure, you can put your treasure here on this rock. You go click on the secret window right now, and this, you open it up, and this is what comes up. Why is the work? Oh, do not think I came to bring peace. I came to bring a sword of division. There it is again. The eye. So this is a stream against the federal government and the Oregon State Police for swatting my house illegally over the 180 hours of my son, and where one man of 5 men went to jail. One of them was a rapist, and this case is actually 5 years old. So I'll continue to expose as they expose my work, and puts it out for the whole fucking world to see, and puts it in the eye of the public eye. Gee, Vesca Pisces bursts the work of this channel, this revelation. You know, revelation is to unveil, to lift off, and to remove, to reveal. Revelation, apocalypse. Apocalypse is the word revelation. Angelos is the word messenger. Bis is the word bathos. Bathos is the word busos. That is the word knowledge. He says, my people shall perish for lack of bis, knowledge. I'll throw them in the abyss. Hell is not a word. Lake of fire, bottomless pit. These are all additions added later, not in the original text. You speak of your own android Jesus or transgender pole god Jesus, Apollyon, that Trump has his house decorated, but that's not Christ. He doesn't even believe in the New Testament. Like, believe is not in a thought in your head, but for dialectics' sake, conversation, we'll interpret for you, okay? We'll speak in tongues, right? Okay, let me speak in tongues. Let me interpret what I'm saying. He is the king of the abyss, which is the angel Abaddon, John Trump, who lives in a 66 Broadway Manhattan tower, or Satan, who lived in a 58-story Babylonian tower. You tell me. Same phalanx, same tower size. Oh, interesting. So, I'm gonna see if Kevin wants some Mountain House breakfast. Try to entice him over here with the breakfast. Come in. Hi, guys. Hi, kids. Oh, get off the couch for a minute. You're all good, wet. Oh, nah, don't matter. We're going to get the couch all wet, full of puppy paw prints. But we love our puppies, so it's okay. None of these puppies ever broke my heart alive to me. Hey, girl. Hey, pretty girl. What are you doing there, sweetheart? What are you doing there? You enjoying the snow? Get out, Marcy. So, yeah. So, like I said, you know, it's called a discovery under the right of discovery and suppression of evidence. I can create more discovery, more evidence against the federal government until they either stand down, or I will file suit against now the state, the county, and the federal government for copyright some of this stuff. I mean, I'm not the only one with this imagery that have put this stuff out there, but I do have, you know, singularity tattoo. Nobody else has covered this. This unleashing of this antichrist digital system, spiritual beast, not some kind of physical, and has covered it on this channel. Thousands of hours. The word YouTube is discovery. So any work that I've done on YouTube, if this was ever gone to any kind of trial, which I 99.9, no, that's mine. You're trying to steal my mountain house. Do you have anything to eat this morning? Yeah. Oh, that's you go. Count out one of those mountain houses, man. There's tons of them in there. So, I'm gonna have it. Yeah, go ahead. There's whatever you, there's. They're all over. They're everywhere. Okay, I got beef stroganoff, chicken, lots of those. Here's a singled out. Get some water going. break out the old ones. Chicken and dumplings. Pepper steak. I think that's my last pepper steak. You should have that one. That's a good one. I got eggs, breakfast, scrambled eggs. What else we got in here? Chicken noodle casserole. All right. See what we got on the selection. Or making sure Kevin gets something in the belly. What else we got here? We got more. I know we got mo. We got mo. Wow. Won't stop chicken noodle casserole. I think that's the same thing. Is it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Maybe you want a new one. Maybe you want a new one. What else we got here? We got beef stroganoff. Hey, beef stroganoff. We've got more beef stroganoff. Got 1,000 cows doing their dirty. Oh. All right, let's get this going here. I think that's the same thing. Oh, it is, darn it. Okay. I think there are only 5 or 6 different selections, kind of like the president selected. Selection. So I'm doing a federal screen against the government right now. More discovery. Get them, boys. Okay. I think we got one more here. What will we find in the last? So these are these odd man outs here. Cincinnati style chili, fettuccine Alfredo. I think we got some more of those too. All right, there we go. I think there's a whole bunch of selections.
Whatever, grab one.
No, I didn't put all these out here, and then you don't get to select. It's a selection, like pre-planned government selected is different than you actually have a choice. So there you go. There we go. Look at that.
Got 4 choices, 6 choices.
No, we have
7 choices.
Scrambled eggs, beef stroganoff,
That's pretty good.
Jamaican style jerk, rice and beans, chicken, home style chicken casserole, chicken and dumplings, scrambled eggs. That's the one you want? Yeah. Jamaican jerk. Yeah, I've had it before. It's pretty good. Yeah, that was good. Yeah. All right. Let's get these. Come on in, girl. Come on, little one. Come on. All right, let's show some of these on the stream. These are Backpackers Pantry. I've eaten these, aren't too bad. I get these at the, not where to shop there, but Walmart is where I think these were purchased years ago. Got the Jamaican style rice and beans. This is what Kevin decided to go with. Got scrambled eggs with bacon. I don't eat these because I don't eat pork. Fettuccine Alfredo. Look at that old school package. Italian pepper steak. Home style chicken noodle. Casserole. Chicken and dumplings. And I'm eating a chicken and mashed potatoes right now. So I like the idea of having these already prepared. When you don't have the time, or you just don't want to spend the time, it's like a time machine. It's already there. All you gotta do is heat up the water. It's already prepared. So, take that, you federal fucking clowns. You don't want people to be prepared. You want them to suffer. Tax the fuck out of them. Fuck you, feds. Fuck you, everybody who works for the state and works for the county. Fuck you, you pigs. People in government. Being a little lippy today there, buddy. Chew crack corn. I gotta use the rights that I have left, right?
Yeah.
He took my second, my fourth, violated my sixth, my Miranda. You know, you gotta use what you got. That's what he says. Use what you got.
All right. Well, where did I put it?
Oh, darn it. Put it back, darn it. No, you idiot. You do. Jamaican jerk. Backpack of yours. Reggie. Sure you don't want 1,000 cows masturbating? Can we get this door shut, man? Alright, here we go. Make sure you take out the old there's gotta be one in there. I knew there was. Want some chives in there? Add some chives. Do I have to get rid of the chives? It's gonna just Bob Doctor that bad over it. Yeah. That's gonna be bomb. All right, we had to doctor up the old meal with some iodine for the thyroid. Not yet.
Oh, okay. No wonder it is old.
Get it to,
I'll get butter.
want to get it to boil.
Oh, we want your finger. That's going on the top of that.
Thanks.
Walk around the snow and the bare feet. I feel pretty good.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, I can take them down and get them out of it.
Get your grandma all that. That's the full meal deal there.
Thank you.
Let that bad boy sit. I like these bags here. These bags cook.
All right. We don't do it. I'll come walk you.
This bad boy on the stove should cook even better. All right, we're back. We're cooking Kevin some Backpacker's Pantry freeze-dried meal. Got to eat up some of this freeze-dried stuff because we're not going to live forever, and a lot of this stuff is good for 25 years, and I don't think I'm going to be here another 25 months, let alone 25 years, but we'll see what Father has planned for this old vessel of mine. So it's a nice day. It's starting to warm up here a little bit. I'm not sure what the temperature is right now, but the snow hit us here this morning in the AM in the morning when all the sad morning part of the day, the morning, oh, in the AM, first part of the sun up. First, yeah. So, anyways, let's give this a retirement. We'll come back up. I'm gonna take a break here for a few. I was streamed already a little bit this morning. Came back up because the connection wasn't the greatest. I'll come back in and show you more evidence that the feds are now liable for a lawsuit. You know, should have stepped in a while ago. So hopefully I'm a little concerned. Again, you know, this morning, Grants Pass, Josephine County, all flooded out. That's where my son's at. He's down in that area. He was seen down there. You know, I thought he was possibly kidnapped, gone, dead, you know, didn't show up to a trial, very important trial. You know, probably the most important thing in this man's life, him not showing up, it didn't make any sense. I'm still just blown away at the last actions of Josephine County, as well as Paul was very alarmed by the actions, and then them not giving the transcripts of the phone call where they had threatened me that I was breaking a no contact order, trying to contact my son when I was concerned that this supposed friend of mine had done something nefarious to my son and my daughter because he was in possession, I know, of my son's car and my daughter's car, which is very alarming because he said my daughter took the silver when her case was dropped, which she would need an attorney, and said she needed an attorney, needed the money, and he had her car. So I was on to something and I wasn't wrong. That's where my son is at currently, in that county, and that county's flooding out. So I'm very concerned. They already could have stood down and dropped this case months ago. So every day that the federal government doesn't step in and tell this county to step down now, and the state, you better pay that man, and they better just come to me with some lawsuit, because I don't have any suspicion that they're going to go ahead and try to. I think they're tyrants and they're going to continue to do their tyrannical ways. They're not going to change. This corporation is who it is. The people who serve this beast system are just going to serve it for a paycheck. Most people, unbeknown to what they do, are just doing it for a paycheck, kind of like the 20 plus SWAT officers who came out here, and the additional clowns from Lake County, cops, commerce pigs, came out here and supported them with a warrant that wasn't executed properly, where they kidnapped my daughter, hit me in the face with a grenade, tear gas, ruined this property. Still don't have windows, still haven't been able to replace all the destruction, the assault. They assaulted me. And so I'm going to take a break. And I did get a call from a private number yesterday, but nobody wanted to have a conversation. Normally that call is from the sheriff's office, or because the feds obviously watch. You can see proof of it. You need to see proof. Look at the discovery I've just showed you. This is a evidentiary discovery stream against the federal corporation, the United States federal government, showing that they are culpable and criminally liable for all this time, letting this time pass, and then doing what this county has now done to me recently by removing my Second Amendment and Fourth Amendment right to even protect my animals. Took the two old shotgun, that single load, not some multi-load, and an old 308, which was old, that was here to protect the animals. Not even, what a bunch of weak ass men sitting there. And I try to get them to bring that SWAT team out during the COVID and protect the businesses like Kathy's. Then they turn around and use it against me these years later. What a bunch of clowns, man. What a bunch of clowns. Father will judge them righteously. Father will condemn them. I'm just, documenting again now that I'm 100% certain that the federal government is totally aware of what has been done on this channel and been watching, just as the state police were recording at the time of the SWAT raid that I was in here live streaming, which makes them 100% criminally liable for hitting me in the face with a grenade. So there is no case, state of Oregon versus Tracy Warren on these charges of these 6 felonies. This is a lawsuit, and this will go to suit, and I will place many lawsuits. So I'm hoping to hear back from the Klamath County attorney, Paul Palmer, and he'll give me a call back saying I spoke with Paul. They decided to drop all the charges. I'll probably have to sign something saying that I won't file a civil lawsuit against, like I said, if the feds aren't included in it, then I am going to go after the federal government for not stepping in and taking care of this rogue SWAT team illegally came and swatted my house, kidnapped my daughter, and my son has been on the run for no fucking reason. And as a dad, I know my father wrote all things and he's got his back, but as a dad, I'm concerned. He's over 18, but it doesn't matter. You don't stop being a dad when, I was a single dad for almost 8 years. I had to do both roles. His mom was not active. And like now, why the fuck isn't she calling me about what's going on with him? I told her that what's going on with our son. I hadn't spoken to her and since he got arrested. When I showed up and he wasn't there at his trial, I lost, like, what? They told me he went missing in September and he was in open court in October, guys. That's bullshit. These fucking police are lying. And I turn around months and months and months and say, this man potentially has, my son, what's going on? And they don't do shit about it, don't say nothing about it, and turns around, that's the county he's in, which that'd be the only person that he'd be with is that guy. Then I turn around and I tell him he's potentially here because I'm concerned my daughter's car is there. This makes no sense. This guy stole my passport, my silver. He's not being truthful. He wouldn't give my animal back. Something's not right about this guy. That's a federal. They turn around and threaten me and tell me I'm breaking a no contact order by trying to get a hold of my son there at that location. Would be me having a third party contact when they contacted him. I turned that over to attorney, said that's a whole separate case. They can't do that. They threatened you. That is not call for service. And they still have not gone in and federally that you cannot take somebody's passport or hold it from them. That's a federal crime. So Marshall Radanich, whatever his name is, off Mount Creek in Wolf Creek, Oregon, is going to have to eventually, speak to somebody about that passport, and they didn't call for service for that, as well as nearly 40 pounds of my silver that was supposed not to be touched. And the gold that I'd had, this is the retirement. I don't put it in some kind of IRA or CD, or this is the only thing I have. I work for what I have. I don't get Social Security, disability, separation pay, veterans benefits. I have zero. I work by these hands with calluses on them for what I have. By the sweat of my brow, I make an honest living. And I work by horse trading, fixing things up, buying and trading and selling and all, and that's what I'm known for doing. So as is my son, they've taken his life from him, not literally, but they did shoot him. I'd really like to see the officer's body cam on where my son was shot. They shot him when his hands were in the fucking air. They hit me in the face when I was not threatening. I was only asking if Elijah was okay. And they were live streaming the whole time. So they're liable for this. State should have already had the feds come in here and done an investigation on the state police to come in here and just, without any looking into Elijah's 180 hours that he did with 5 people, 5 people did his probation community service work crew with him. Don, Morgan, the 2 female. There's too many. All their phones would have been pinged to multiple locations that they went. This county has really dropped the ball on this case, and it's okay because they're not used to doing anything. 98.5% of cases, is when I said to Paul Palmer, the legal counsel in this case, who's after 10 months finally received, that's a violation of my 6th Amendment, adequate counsel, Miranda violation, speedy and fair trial under my 6th Amendment. I've been screaming that for 6 months. You know, whatever. They never even had counsel for me to begin with. They provided counsel through Elijah, my son's attorney, Dan Spencer, represented me in open court many a times, and that's a violation. Each defendant has to have different counsel. That's called co-counsel. You can't co-counsel. That's a dropping of the case immediately. That drops this case immediately. They didn't Mirandize me. There'll be no body cam of them actually Mirandize me. I know I got my bell rung, but I still recall what happened. I'm not void of any time lapse frame. I don't know how you get hit in the face with a grenade and still be able to even, articulate, conversate, even put my fucking lips together and get my mouth to even speak. That is excessive force. And so, once again, I am not condemning any man. Father will do that. But these men need held accountable. They are public servants, community service, public law enforcement officers. You don't just hit somebody in the face with a grenade. There was no threats being made. I was not even talking to them. I was asking as a dad, are you okay? Elijah, are you okay? And they still just went excessive, straight, shut this motherfucker up at any cost. If he comes out of there and he's a retarded, they don't care. They came for more than just that. They came for death. They came to eliminate this veteran, this pastor, this minister, and destroyed this ministry. Literally fucked up all this fencing, and I apologize for the cursing. Not until about 1 week before they squatted this house did this pastor curse on this Predestined for Light, High Desert and Faith and Truth Ministries platform. I didn't. We can only push a dad somebody so far before they start asserting their natural organic rights, which I did, my First Amendment, speaking up. And I always did, but not did I ever threaten to be violent. I said I would protect myself, which is my Fourth Amendment right under Title 18. I have the right of affirmative defense, which is self-defense, and they have now taken that from me. They took my Second Amendment from me using the red flag gun law that I've been warning on this channel for months. So here we are. So they'll be accountable. So again, it will be this week that I told you that if I don't hear from the attorney Paul Palmer, which I've called today, and he's not returning my call, I left a message. His mailbox is full. I find that rather alarming. Last week, I was concerned for this attorney's safety. He said he likes to take on cases of corruption. He don't even understand, kind of like Paul, the attorney down here in Lake County, Oregon, has no idea. The district attorney has what? I spoke with Paul Palmer. He says he doesn't even think he's opened up the discovery on the case ever once, which means he hasn't even looked at it. So once it gets looked at again, and it did by Paul, he agrees this is either an excessive force, attempted murder lawsuit, and it can't, whatever, change of venue. It won't be tried in this county at the very least. It will not. It qualifies. It checks every single block. So at this time, my life is totally in danger. They can come here at any time and do whatever they want. They already brought a whole SWAT team out here and didn't look into the evidence and still fucked me up. My animals up, shot my son and kidnapped my daughter. What makes you think I have any faith in this system? I only have faith in Father. So with that faith, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll let you guys go. All glory to Shiloh. All glory to Father. He will. He wrote all things. There's nobody who's going to do anything that Father has not already written. So I fear no man and no black robes, no district attorney. Whatever's going to happen, even at this point, the only thing that makes sense is that he's in control. So thy kingdom come. That is the birth of this new bride, the Shiloh. That's what that is in the Lord's Prayer. Thy will be done. That is Agape, 2 John and 6. So walk in his commandments. He tells me to stand against this beast system, and I will stand until the day they beat the heartbeat or shoot me or I don't, whatever, until this breath is gone in my last breath. I will continue to expose this Halakha Haggadah corporation beast system. They've been doing this for decades. They've been doing this for millennia, brothers and sisters. These families of controlling, there will come a time when their reign will end. That's what they're afraid of, and that's why I do. I believe more than anything, not like a thought in my head, but with legs on that faith, is why this channel, why I, and why everybody around me gets targeted. This is a massive case of targeting. There's no doubt people around me pay the price for being in my presence, being around my physical body, being a part of this ministry. So I don't know about that lady or something, the one lady who supposedly got raped or something. Was that some government during the whole exposing of this live stream? The one lady, she said she went and reported this to the police department and then got raped. Remember all that? I don't even know if that, there's a lot of things in this case that have not been looked at still to this day. Accountability is one thing that, Father will make sure that happens. Even if people get away with it in this life, they will not be able to run from judgments. No matter what, we all pass through that book. There's no escaping that seventh horn. So that's my favorite time. That's a grateful, dreadful day of the Lord, brothers and sisters. So hope you're ready. Be girded in his service, have your lamps trimmed, and be burning bright. Not the angels in the ruling class, which are the heavens. The firmament is above your head, and that is not space. By the way, there's a clock up there, right? Not Christ, the Hamashiach. Only the Father, I am, the Ram, knows that great and dreadful day of the Lord where that last trump will sound. So be ready. You could go today. You could go 100 years from now. Be ready. That's that great and dreadful day of the Lord when the dead are raised from the ashes and the dust. Many are called. Oligos are chosen. Oligos. He said, fear not Oligos. Find that straight gate and it'll enter through that gate. All right, Pastor Revelation, Pastor Apocalypse. Whoa.